So for those of you who follow my channel, you will know I started this channel last year doing plastic-free July, and here we are, it's July a year later. So today I'm going to be talking about some of the changes I've managed to make to reduce my plastic consumption, but in my bathroom. So we're going to call this Sustainable Hacks in the Male Bathroom. So, bathrooms. Now there's a funny thing. In the UK, a bathroom is a place that's either got a bath or a shower, whereas in America, I know you call anything with a toilet in a bathroom. You know, you go to America, an English person goes to America and they said, do you want to use the bathroom? Well, not really, I just wanted to use the toilet. But anyway, in England, we call it a bathroom, and that's what we're talking about today. I'm not talking about the toilet, I'm talking about the bathroom. So I'm talking about personal care products and that sort of stuff. And we've got 7 things we're going to be talking about today. And we're going to finish up with Ask Angus, so do stick around for that. But if you don't have time to watch the whole video just now, why not subscribe to my channel? It's completely free to do so, and check back later. But before you do that, don't forget to hammer the like button. So we're in the bathroom, but let's start with the toilet that's in the bathroom. So that was a really easy one for me, and it actually preceded doing plastic-free July, and that was, who gives a crap, toilet paper. 50% of their profits go to water charities, helping install toilets in third world places where they don't have toilet, and they're a great company. However, I have now ditched these people, but I've ditched them for these guys. And the difference you can see here is it's not as pretty. Look at that, nowhere near as pretty. But it's a better roll of toilet roll, in my opinion. I don't want to get into too much detail here. This is a family program. So, but this is a better roll of toilet roll. And what's more, it's recycled, and this is also recycled. So it's the same stuff, except this is recycled in the UK. And this is recycled, this comes from Australia, I think. So air miles, you know, I've gone with the local guys. And I did actually do a video on these people some time ago, and I'll put a link to it because the message is still the same. But these people are called a Serious Tissue, and if you live in the UK, this is my go-to choice now. It's worth getting these, and the great thing about them is during the great toilet roll shortage of 2020, guess what? I had a box of these, not because I was being greedy, just because that's how you buy the bloody things. So anyway, toilet roll, woohoo! Number 2 on the list, number 2. I shouldn't actually say number 2, should I? When we're talking about toilets, it means something else. Second on my list, shampoo bar. Honestly, what a revelation. This has got to be my best, apart from the toilet roll, the best hack. I had to be dragged kicking and screaming to try a shampoo bar, but this stuff is amazing. Let me take you back. If you don't know this, basically your hair is self-cleaning. So if you clean your hair once every couple of days, which I used to, it will need cleaning every couple of days. If you clean it every 3 days, it will need cleaning every 3 days. 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. So now what I do is I wash my hair once a week, whether it needs it or not. Now the thing about my hair is, when I used to wash it every 2 days, on the second day it got a little bit greasy and needed washing. And then when I started doing it 3 days, on the third day it would get greasy and need a bit of washing. And so it is. But with this, even though I was doing 7 days with this, it never gets greasy. This is like the magic bullet of shampoo. And I've been using this now for about 3 months. And I've got to tell you, I'm absolutely delighted with it. And I've hardly touched the bar. I've been using it 3 months. This thing is probably going to last me a year. So it's probably the only thing in my journey to reduce my personal carbon footprint that's actually costing me less money. Absolutely fantastic. Number 3, again, same kind of thing. Dragged kicking and screaming from shower gel to trying just a bar of soap in the shower. And I'm not endorsing this one in particular. I'm using this one at the moment, and it's pretty good actually. It's pretty good. I haven't settled upon anything like I have with the shampoo bar, but this is really good. And it's a really easy win. Just try it. Just try a bar of soap as opposed to shower gel. It's working for me. Love it. And okay, let's do next up here. And this isn't so much a success, and I probably ought to explain this. It's a deodorant, and I've yet to find a deodorant that is not in plastic that is working for me. I'm still hunting, but I want to give a little bit of a shout out to this because it's been good for me for the last year as I've tried other things and then go back to this, then I'll try something else, then I'll hopefully won't go back to this because it is in plastic. But I bought this on the recommendation of ethicalconsumer.org, which I subscribe to online. They rate everything based on the company's ethics, on all sorts of different standards, but plastic use is not one of them, and I wish it was. But anyway, this is what I'm using currently, and when I find something to replace this, I will let you guys know. But for the moment, that's what we're using. So it's better than using some terrible brand. There we are. Right, so next, I've got another failure here actually, but let's not do the failure just now. Let's do what I think is another great success. I've always used Chanel aftershave. I mean, for as long as I can remember. Chanel has always worked for me. I don't think they're an ethical company. So this is what I now have. It comes in a little metal or aluminium thing that is, like 100% recyclable, infinitely recyclable. And my girlfriend likes it, probably because she bought them for me actually, and she bought them for me last July. And what I do is I'll do a month on this one, then a month on this one, a month on this one, keep it urgent, yeah? So you always smell slightly differently. And I would say I probably got another year in there. So I'm not sure what she paid for them, but that seems like good value to me. Really does seem like good value. Okay, so next up is actually a failure. And I'll tell you why it's a failure. There's a couple of things. Things that have a long shelf life, I will buy lots of when they're on offer. And so it is with my toothpaste, and this is what I use. And I've probably got another year's worth left in my cupboard. So I'm not going to be fixing this one anytime soon. I'm a bit of a dental phobic. I remember going to the dentist, and I've been using this stuff about 5 or 6 years now. Going to the dentist and I had some issues with toothache, and the dentist said to me, well, you are years old, your gums are receding. What? See, she said, try this toothpaste, you won't need any work done, and I didn't, and it's amazing. So I'm really reluctant to try anything else, but I guess in a year's time I'm going to, my hand will be forced, or my toothbrush will be forced. So there we are, a failure, but a work in progress. Next up, on the same vein, and I think I've been had on this one. I bought these, they're toothbrush heads, and it said they're bamboo, but when they've arrived, it says nothing on the packet about being bamboo. I bought them off eBay, and I am not convinced they're even actually bamboo, but there are people who actually do a circular thing on toothbrush heads for Oral-B, which is what I use. I'm not prepared, again, I'm not really prepared to go back to a manual toothbrush. Every dentist will tell you if you want your teeth cleaned properly, electric toothbrush is the way to go. So I don't really want to change that, but what I do want to do is change the head. So thank you for watching, and coming up next is...
Ask Angus.
Nothing too difficult this week, please, where I answer your questions directly. So if you do have any questions, please do comment, and I will do my very best to answer your questions. And please do subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate every subscriber, every like, and every comment. So don't forget to hammer the like button. Thank you.
Coming up next, it's Ask Angus.
So here we are, and welcome to Ask Angus, where I answer your questions directly. So, Anthea, over to you, please, with this week's question.
Angus, what do you think about Bitcoin mining?
Right. I thought we agreed you weren't going to ask me that one.
I thought I could choose the questions.
Yes, I know. I told you could choose the questions, but I thought we agreed you weren't going to ask
And
me
your
this one.
public want to know.
Okay, all right. No, this is really unfair. This really is unfair. I mean, I've had some easy ones, but this... Bitcoin. Okay, first of all, I need to declare, I'm invested in Bitcoin. Not massively. Up until a year ago, I didn't really even understand how Bitcoin works, and I'm still not sure I really understand it, to be honest. But I understand about a little about the mining, and that's where the ethics come in here, because when you mine Bitcoin, you use loads and loads and loads of electricity. I mean, enough to power a small country every time somebody mines a Bitcoin. So it's massive. And there's a video I've seen on it which I'm going to try and dig out, and I will obviously edit this bit out if I can't find it, but otherwise you should see a link here. And I don't entirely agree with this guy, but he gives a sort of reasoned argument where he's basically saying, well, do you not think that our current financial system doesn't use any electricity? I mean, that's basically the premise of this video. And yes, this does. It uses a lot, but it tends to use it in places where electricity is cheap. And the reason it's cheap is because it's not going to be used. It's done from, lots of it is in China, from hydroelectric dams and things like that, where the power, if it wasn't used, would just be wasted. I don't fully buy that argument, but I get it. There is two sides to this story. And actually, there's three sides to this story, and one of them is removing money from banks from banks and governments who are by definition, well, not corrupt. Corrupt is the wrong word. A bank does not have your best interests at heart. Bitcoin is owned by the people for the people. There isn't a central bank that controls it. There isn't a central government that controls it. So it feels very ethical in that way. On the flip side of that, yes, you've got the mining, the fact that it is so expensive, so it uses so much power and electricity to mine Bitcoin. So it's huge. But if that power is not being used for anything else, then why not? It's not like it's using, if it only ran on oil or fossil fuels. And I know you would argue that some of it is going to be is going to be driven by fossil fuels. I'm really rambling now. I know I'm rambling. But this is a difficult question. This is a difficult question.
And your public want to know.
And you weren't going to ask it. Right. So, what do I think about Bitcoin? What I think about Bitcoin is I have some investments in there, but I don't feel I can put any more. Not because I'm worried about losing it, but because I don't know where I stand on the ethics. But there are two sides to the story. I'm going to try and find that link. Hopefully it'll be there. Otherwise, this is two bits of this video I've got to edit out. And take a look. But that's what I feel. I don't think it's as bad as people are saying it is. I do think it's here to stay. The Chinese government have outlawed Bitcoin, but they've started their own. So it's not going away. It's not going away. I'd rather be invested in the people's one than China's. So that's what I think, and I realise that's probably not a great answer. Not a great answer to a question that I haven't actually researched, but thank you very much indeed. And thanks for watching. That's what you do. So you go to America and somebody says to you, do you want to use the bathroom? And you wonder why. You wonder, no, I just want to use the toilet.